Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Do not forget to like, comment, and click the red button below your screen to subscribe on Custom Reports TV.
Hello and thanks for staying with us. In spite of the border shut down by the federal government, some smugglers are still trying to smuggle consignment into the country. Also on customs reports, goods worth over 20 million naira intercepted by Western Marine Command in 1 week. Plus, more reports. I am Igiseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has commended officers and men of the Nigerian Customs Service for implementing government policies on border closures and operations at the seaport. In spite of government policies, some smugglers still want to smuggle consignments into the country. The controller in charge of Western Marine Command intercepted goods worth over 20 million naira in 1 week from smugglers operating in the creek. The custom boss says that operatives have to increase their firepower to make seizures possible during the lockdown period ordered by the federal government. While addressing the press, he emphasized more on physical distances as well as social distances, so that the spread of the virus is real.
Personally, I appreciate the effort of the CGC, Colonel Hamid Ibrahim Ali, retired, and his management on that issue. Yes, about 2-3 weeks back, there was a circular from headquarters. Even before people started getting the awareness that every command should be at alert, just a way of curbing COVID-19. The directives came from headquarters and we all keen into it. But we didn't start immediately. Immediately that I meant is this. As the directives came in, the medical team from zonal headquarters landed here on that very day to sensitize all officers, to let us know that this thing is real. Precautions in place. Number one, having buckets with water, soap, then you can see the thermometer to check individual temperature. There's no big man here. As you are coming, as you are getting to the gate, you stop, check. Then hand sanitizers. At any point in time, even if you bring fire 20 times to my office, I will wash 20 times. That's the truth. And then maintaining social distancing. Even I told my officers, not only social distancing, physical distance. So we have been adhering strictly to the medical advice.
So that the smugglers will want to take the advantage of lockdown and stay-at-home order and shipping uncustom goods into the country. The custom boss says that in spite of that, his command recorded massive seizures within 1 week.
To curb smuggling on our waterways and creeks, we have to rejig all our anti-smuggling architecture. And for the mere fact that federal government made a pronouncement of lockdown, that is sit at home in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun State, some of these anti-Nigerian, let me put it that way, some of these criminals call themselves smugglers. They will capitalize on this, thinking that will not be on 24-hour surveillance. But you can see the result. For the past few days, my officers have been making a lot of arrests. As you can see, we are having so many bags of rice here, over 342 bags, including those ones already stacked at the other side. Used clothing, worn-out clothing, which in our own customs, in our own common external tariff, is under HS code, harmonized system C309, which is under prohibition. How these smugglers are so determined, so desperate. The expectation of every Nigerian is that people should be at home at this particular time. But you can see what they are doing. If not because the CGC, Colin Hamid Ali, retired, and his management put it upon themselves to let us know that everyone must be at alert at this point in time. These criminals will have gone with all this. Why people will be thinking that they are somewhere? Because they are Nigerians. So as a result, my officers are on ground on 24 hours surveillance, and anyone caught will be prosecuted.
The command recorded a total of 342 bags of rice, 20 cans of petroleum products and customs materials. You are watching the program Customs Report.
Quite all right. We have received that circular, and Customs Training College Ikeja, like any other customs formation, we have keyed into that directives. The officers there at alert, as you can see from my gate. We have put all measures in place to ensure that whoever is coming in is regulated. You wash your hand, we check your temperature, and we encourage physical distancing. We discourage crowd. We ensure that whoever is around here should walk alone. The training college is a place where you have officers that are resident. Even at that, we discourage mass congregation. The mosques and the church were enlightened to that effect, and they are complying. Naturally, there's no any incidents here because the caliber of officers I'm having here, they are very careful. We maintain a very good cleanliness. In fact, in the college here, it's a practice. Every Thursday, we conduct sanitation. So virtually every area of training college, right from the staff quarters, the student hostels, the office areas, is very clean. I don't expect any ugly thing to happen here because of the standard we have as far as cleanliness is concerned. Before we admit you into this college for any reason, at the gate there are rules and regulations which you must observe. You must wash yourself with soap, with running water. We will check your temperature. We ensure that this physical distancing is there so that we don't give any chance for coronavirus to separate around the college. And I want to tell you, the effort the custom headquarters met under the leadership of Colonel Hamid Ali, retired, through the SCG Zone A. We received a consignment of some disinfectant, hand wash, jig antibacterial, hand gloves, and other things that will promote the campaign against this deadly virus. We're happy that the headquarters, through the zonal office, have concern for us. When I resumed here, I felt the composition of my officers like a special selection. Well-behaved officers, very punctual. You can see everybody is on duty post, doing what is expected to do. And as I said during when I resumed here, college is a place where somebody from past should learn. Therefore, even those ones that I felt they are no good, they are not taking shape, because college is a place where somebody should come and learn, and we are doing our best.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of Osun and Oyo Command has told custom officers operating along the borderline to continue to wash their hands with soap to avoid coronavirus spread. She made the appeal in Oyo State when he visited some stakeholders in the various areas in Oyo State. The custom boss in charge of Oyo and Osun Command in tour to various border areas in her command has urged officers to be careful over the growing spread of coronavirus in Nigeria. She said in the face of the shutdown of the border by the federal government, smugglers caught transacting business will face the law. She reminded operatives that this is one of the difficult times that definitely tax their professional callings.
I want the operation to be more cordial. Anytime there is anything, you liaise with yourself, you share information, make sure we are secured and there is safety, because that is the watchword. It's somebody who is alive that will do the work, isn't it? As security personnel, we must be security conscious. Know your environment. Ensure you are safe. Then also, this virus that is circulating everywhere, that is now a national issue, is also one of the reasons why we are here. I said, if we don't come, you will come. Isn't it? The earlier you know what is going on and the preventive measures for you to take, the safer for all of us. You can see the way we are dressed. We are with our hand gloves. You don't shake somebody with bare hand these days. You don't go too close to somebody. That is why I said you should space out, so as for us not to be affected. And like we all know, the seaports, the airports, for now, is being checkmated. We know that they will divert all their activities through. That is the major reason why we are here, to sensitize, to let you know that you have to be very vigilant. With this total closure of the borders, I know and encourage all of us to go inside the bush. You saw my press briefing the last time. That if you think you don't want to pass the approved route, you want to go and pass inside bush, we too will comb that bush and fish you out. In as much as we are doing that, I want us to do it with caution. Bearing in mind that coronavirus is real.
She urged members of the border community to obey the laws of the government on how to be clean and free from virus. She called on stakeholders to cooperate with strictly the preventive measures put in place by the command.
Very great indication that there is synergy, cooperation amongst us.
And that is the way it's supposed to be. Because a tree cannot make a forest. We are working towards one goal, towards one objective, and we must achieve it by His grace. You know, in carrying out our duties, we have to collaborate, we have to cooperate among ourselves, we share intelligence, share information, where need be, that interrelation between the services must be upheld. You are our brother's keeper. I know that we are cooperating. It's to appeal that synergy have to continue in a higher way. Then the stakeholders, I thank you all. You know we can't be here without you people. I want you people to always share information with us and our other sister agencies, so that if there is anything you want us to know, we'll be able to nip it at the bud. I don't want us to fight because we are the same. We swim in the same ocean. So as well, I want your cooperation. I want your cooperation, because if you cooperate with us, if you make this place peaceful for us like you've been doing, we'll be able to perform effectively. And I'm also glad to hear when I visited the KBAC, he told me that most of you have gone back to farming. We have our youth here. They don't need employment. We have many things to do with Shaki people. So that is why I'm pleading for your cooperation. Cooperate with my officers to ensure we move this great nation forward. One of my reasons also for coming here is to sensitize our officers and stakeholders about coronavirus, COVID-19. I pray it will not reach us. But also, prevention, they say, is better than cure. We cannot leave us. God help those that help themselves. We cannot keep quiet and say, okay, corona, no corona. It will not reach us. Yes, it will not reach us. But we have to be proactive. We have to use preventive measures to ensure that it did not get to us. I am also pleased that when I came in here, I met water, hand wash, sanitizer, which all of us partook in doing.
The federal government had on March 29 ordered a total lockdown of Lagos, Ogun, and Abuja for 14 days, except ports operation and other provider on essential duties. Egeseme Edinye, AIT News. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service Task Force has again intercepted and shut down a warehouse used by a Chinese to store smuggled items into the country. The smuggled items worth millions of naira. The Assistant Controller in charge of CG Task Force Zone A said his men got the seizures through information provided by his team. He warned would-be smugglers to desist from smuggling activities, saying that anyone caught will face the law.
Of prohibited items. That's what I can only say. Tomato paste in retail form is prohibited. It's not allowed to be imported into the country. And this thing, you can see it now, it is like you say massive, it is massive. And then the DPP value of this thing, it will run into several millions of naira. So we are warning people to desist importing such a thing into the country, because they are killing our local industries. We have industries, we have tomato industries all over the country, and we are producing them. Why should people go and import this thing? They imported it, and in this brand, in this form, in sachet. Whereas you see some, this one in jumbo, that like packaging that is in tin, bigger tin. There are some that are not up to this size. They are of various sizes imported in the country. You can see the weight of this is very weighty. Is very weighty. It does. This such importation doesn't come in even 40-feet container because of its weight. Look at it. So look at the smaller one, too. They are of various sizes, like you said earlier. Various sizes. We will create. The CGC approved 10 containers for us last week. So we have already exhausted them with other items that we also seized. We impounded in one warehouse. We are still requesting. So we will look for a place to evacuate them, to keep them. After evacuation of this tomato paste that you see here, the property, the buildings belongs to the government. The government will decide on what to do with it. We will seal the place and report to custom headquarters. I suspect that this massive smuggling is not done in a day. As you can see, the quantity of this tomato paste. This thing maybe they started piling them before even the period of border closure. Before the period of border closure. So they stacked them here through unapproved route. You know, Nigeria has a very porous border. I will have a lot of unapproved routes. So I am sure this thing might have come into the country, might have found their way into the country through unapproved route. Through our land borders, unapproved route land borders. We are monitoring that. Remember, we also in Custom we have intelligence unit. We have CIU, that Custom Intelligence Unit. So in collaboration with them, we can always track them down. And also with other building synergy with other security agencies. You can see here it's Ogun State, but you can see it is almost at the outskirts of Ogun State. Look at it, all the area surrounded by bushes. Nobody will expect that things like this is being packed here.
According to him, the seized items will be evacuated to government warehouse, while the Chinese man arrested will also face the music. He said that the warehouse has been sealed, while the tomato paste also seized by government. He asked Nigerians not to patronize smuggled items, saying that smuggling is destroying the nation's economy. Just before I round up this week edition of the program, Custom Support, we brought you a report where the controller in charge of Western Marine Command intercepted goods worth over 20 million naira in 1 week in the western parts of the country. For me, Egeseme Edinye, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Custom Reports TV. Do not forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video.